Elizabeth.
God. She's really ugly.
What?
Kid's like a raisin or something.
Don't listen to him, Elizabeth. He's just jealous. I've been wanting you to meet her so much. It's like it would almost make the whole thing real or something.
She's a beautiful little raisin, isn't she? It's what was behind door number 2.
What?
I don't know. I just haven't been able to shake this feeling all night that I'm visiting the life I could have had. I mean, a baby, a house in Connecticut, a subscription to House and Garden.
You will not let me outlive that one, will you?
Come on, Gail. House and Garden.
I put that in the basket in the bathroom for you, you know. I remember how terrified you used to be of bathrooms without reading material.
Don't turn me into some old neurotic boyfriend.
Well, are you going to deny your severe fear of bathrooms?
No, I mean, bathrooms are frightening, horrible places. They're cold, lonely, sterile. But you can't use that to turn me into some sort of little anecdote, like this chapter in your life. It's some sort of situation comedy. Do not mistake neurotic fears and obsessions for light comedy. It's very dangerous.
I don't want to get into a discussion like this right now, Eric.
And what kind of discussion is it?
A discussion about us.
And when would you like to get into?
Never. They're waiting.
They're fine on their own.
What's that supposed to mean?
What?
They're fine on their own?
Doesn't mean anything.
Are you saying that my husband is attracted to your girlfriend?
What? I just said that they were fine
Fred
on
and
their
I
own.
happen to be very, very happy together. He's not interested in some 18-year-old music student and her stupid thesis on Dave Matthews.
Well, you seemed very interested over dinner.
And who would even write a thesis on Dave Matthews anyway? I mean, was she going to pass out t-shirts and loose joints at her orals?
It's a date, Gail. Just a date.
It didn't sound like that on the phone. She's beautiful. She's intelligent. She's not hung up by society's morals. These are your words, Eric. I think you should grow up.
Why?
Why should you grow up? You're asking me why you should grow up.
Yes, I'd like to hear it from someone who thinks she has.
Because that's what people do, Eric. They get married. They have kids. They remember their ideals fondly. They try to stick to them. They donate to public television. They get by.
Don't cry, Gail. Please do not cry.
That gets me. What makes you think I'm gonna cry?
Because you regret your choices, and now you're gonna cry.
I regret my choices. Fuck you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So happy you are not the father of my daughter. I am so glad that I do not have to worry for her about your inconsistency, your stubbornness, your uncanny ability to make the most politically and philosophically interesting choices, leaving yourself and your loved ones in the shit heap. Let's just spend the rest of the night playing Pictionary.
That's the 4th
alright?
time you've brought up Pictionary. Are you forcing me to play fucking Pictionary?
It's a game, Eric.
It's a waste of time. People sit around, they form arbitrary alliances for no other reason than to pass time. Time is passing fast enough for me as it is, without any games. I mean, Fred wastes enough of my time talking about his fucking boat. Does he really think I care about his fucking boat? Great, he bought a motorized flotation device.
So good. It's good to know that you think that about Fred.
What do I think
I always
about
knew
Fred?
you didn't like
How
him.
can I like him or not like him? I don't know him. I know his boat. I could draw the fucking blueprints for his boat.
God.
I don't know him.
God damn easy for you.
What?
It's so easy for you not to play Pictionary, Eric. You're verbal, provocative, and funny. Do you know how intimidated my husband is by you?
Play fucking Pictionary, Gail. Play your heart out. I'll stay here with Elizabeth.
Well, you belong with Elizabeth.
Purity-wise.
Maturity-wise.
You don't love Fred.
What?
You don't love Fred.
That's it. I demand you play Pictionary,
Why
Eric.
did you marry
I
a-
goddamn insist.
Why did you marry a man you didn't love?
I never said I didn't love him.
Christ, Gail, please tell me you love him.
You got on that fucking boat. The crucial point, the pinnacle time, the absolute quintessential turning point in our relationship. And you got on a fucking boat to fucking St.
That has
John.
nothing to do with
It's got
it.
everything to do with it.
You make it sound like it was a decision between two men.
It was.
Most women had to make a choice between me or Fred. They just fucking shoot themselves.
You threw it away.
I never threw you away.
Not me, it. Everything. Eric, you're such an asshole. Everyone's goddamn guru. Living by your values, true to yourself. The ascetic. I have a question for you. A real question. Why are you working on a farm? Why? It's like I'm supposed to admire you or something. I mean, I'm so sick of your untraditional path, the farm boy from Bensonhurst. You're wasting your intelligence. You're wasting your intelligence to pick vegetables. There's nothing to admire about that. It's stupid.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, why work with my hands to produce a reasonably priced source of nourishment for my fellow human beings when I could be getting fat and playing Pictionary?
I gained 4 pounds. 4. So don't you dare say I'm getting fat. And there's nothing wrong with playing Pictionary, you goddamn all-knowing fool. You lost me.
I know.
And it pisses me off. It really pisses me off, that thing you said about me and regretting my choices. At least I made a choice.
You do regret it.
I love Fred Eric. I do love him. Not the way I loved you. But we share things together. This family, this feeling, this sureness.
I never considered your need for structure, your
I
strongest
don't think
trait.
I can talk about this. I'm sorry things happened the way that they did. Let's just go downstairs.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're just being yourself.
That's what I'm sorry for. Hey, I should say bye to Elizabeth. I mean, who knows when I'll see her again.
No, Eric should wake up. Eric, what? What is it?
Something I need to tell you. I can't dance.
You can't dance. Eric, a lot of people can't dance.
I mean, I don't know why I can't dance. I can't make my body move in the way that the music is demanding that I move. It's so goddamn embarrassing. Being in public in front of hundreds of people who are displaying their purest, truest selves. And it takes them no more than 2 drinks and their souls are out there on the dance floor. Their goodness, their sensuality. And I look at that, I watch that, but my body fights it. I understand the theory of dancing. I mean, the idea of spontaneously sharing in this moment that exists now and only now, the give and take with your partner, it's like these 2 mirrors on this land where gravity holds you to this point and then leaves you free. And the universe happens right there and then. Truth. I mean, I understand this intellectually, but I never have experienced it. I can't dance.
How did Elizabeth make you think of that?
When we were together, you'd arrange these parties, these get-togethers, and you know, there'd always be a band or music playing, and people would start dancing.
I would arrange this? Like, I did this to you?
Invariably, you would want to dance, and I wouldn't dance with you, Gail. And I could see the hurt register on your face. I just knew it wouldn't do for you.
Why didn't you just say, I can't dance? Why couldn't you just tell me?
Because it was the dam holding the water. I mean, if I let that out, that one thing, everything would follow. I couldn't dance. I couldn't have a normal talk with a neighbor about the weather without getting into a conversation about God, love, and eternity. I couldn't sacrifice truth for a relationship. And, I mean, you marrying Fred, it didn't really say anything to me, you know? It was like something in this continuum, this cycle. The fact that Elizabeth, the fact that this angel, this unbelievable gift, isn't mine and will never be mine. This is killing me.
My God, Eric. You're human.
I'll never have a daughter, Gail.
Yes, you will.
Come on. I've done nothing but make myself more isolated, unavailable, and unappealing. Believe it or not, it's difficult to pick up women with this type of conversation. I can't bring myself to work for someone who isn't producing some kind of goodness. People think I choose to be like this, but you gotta believe me, Gail. I have no control. I can't dance.
I never knew you couldn't dance. I just always thought it was that you wouldn't dance.
Believe me, when I got on that boat, I was thinking of you, not of me.
I believe you.
We better get down there before Marie starts telling Fred about her orgy at Burning Man.
There was this one time you did dance with me.
Don't remember.
On my wedding day.
I couldn't have.
You did. I remember it clearly. I remember thinking how strange it was to be in this wedding gown on my wedding day dancing with you.
That.
And you weren't my groom.
I wasn't dancing. I mean, I convinced myself I was walking very slowly and sideways. Thank you for showing me your daughter. She's absolutely the single greatest thing I've ever looked at in my entire life.
Eric, you are Fred Astaire.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm Eric.
Oh, yes, you are Fred Astaire. Just move the slightest bit.
We really should go down there.
Just 1 minute. Come
I hid out on the front porch. I light up in my mind. I looked for me a lover, the best one I could find. He got himself